You see, they need you to be crazy. They have to discredit you because they know that you're onto them. See, that's the problem. They know that you see right through their mask. They know that you understand them now. They know that you're onto them. So they have to. This is like survival to them, guys. So this is what I mean when people don't believe narcissism. They have a hard time wrapping their head around it. And how could someone be that cruel and mean and play such deceitful games and manipulate like they do? They seem like such a nice person and this, that, the other thing. Guys, they can do it because it's life and death to them. They carefully craft this mask to the world, right? And the mask is sometimes different for different people, different scenarios, depending on what situation. For the most part, their mask is going to be pretty much the complete opposite of who they really are internally. That's why you find narcissists in all sorts of leadership positions and the heads of, companies and the heads of churches and 12-step groups, et cetera, because it's the best place to hide. And again, people think that we sound crazy, us people who have experienced narcissistic abuse and narcissistic betrayal. People think we're nuts when we start talking like this. And you feel nuts when you start talking like this because you know that no one's going to believe you, right? It's just like those nightmares I had when I was a kid, when I would try to scream and nothing would come out. No one believes you when you talk about this stuff, right? And so it's like this perfect dance between the narcissist and the empath, right? And it plays in their favor a good amount of the time. Because you're so dysregulated, right? You're so bamboozled energetically, you know that you're getting screwed with, right? You know that what the deal is with this person. But putting it into words is so difficult at times, right? Especially when you're emotionally charged up and you're in full-on fight or flight and defending yourself. When you defend yourself from this position of fight or flight, when in a dysregulated state, you play right into their hands. And you look crazy. You appear crazy to the world. And then you combine that with a lot of trauma survivors like myself, substances and alcohol was a way it was a way were things I needed to survive, literally, in the world for a long time. And so that's just another thing that the narcissist can use in their favor. Oh, he's mentally unwell. She's an addict. She's got mental issues. All these labels that in some instances are true. I did have mental issues, right? I was completely dysregulated. I was in a fight or flight, right? I did use substances, right? So it's these plausible truths. But I am not mentally unstable and I see things correctly and I'm feeling things correctly. I'm just so dysregulated that putting it into words and trying to explain it to the world is close to impossible in that state of mind. But when we can regulate our nervous systems and then start to talk about this clearly, concisely, without being charged emotionally, without feeling like our life depends on it, well, suddenly we can start to put it into words in a reasonable way that people can understand. That's the narcissist's biggest nightmare. That's the biggest fear they have is one of their victims actually gets better, heals themselves, and then heals out loud. And they're disconnected from their heart center. They're disconnected from things like empathy and love. And so they can easily put on the show for the outside world. It's amazing. And they can lie. Oh my God. It's like, I have all these kind of weird tells when I lie, right? I my whole life I was always trying to get away with lying, especially with my substance abuse and alcohol abuse. You have to be a liar to a certain degree when you use substances and drugs. And I struggle with it. These people, oh my God, they're masters because everything is an act to them. Every single thing is not coming from any kind of sincere, real place. Well, you're kind of the opposite. Everything that's bubbling out of you is coming from this raw, hurt, wounded, scared, fearful place, but it's all real. Anyway, my name is Greg. I'm a trauma, CPTSD survivor, and neurodivergent. If you resonate, hit the buttons, like and follow for more. I love you guys and heal out loud.